A question was posed to me. What inspired your views on diet and health? Well, it began with an autopsy. In 1981, before I went to medical school, I was a pathologist assistant. Dr. Glover and I one day had an autopsy on a woman who had come into the hospital with shortness of breath. She was in her mid 70s and she passed away within a very short few hours. So by law back then, it was required to do an autopsy to determine the cause of death. As we began the autopsy, Dr. Glover said, "Reuben, take very careful note. We may never see this again." He was absolutely correct. Here was a woman in her mid 70s with internal organs as flawless, as pristine, as perfect as a newborn. How could this be? It was extraordinary. Careful dissection revealed that she had an undiagnosed heart defect that Dr. Glover said most people with that defect would have rarely lived past their 20s. How then was she able to beat the odds by over 50 years? Dr. Glover needed to know more. He asked for a session with the family. I got to sit in. Dr. Glover shared about how extraordinary her health was, but he asked, how did she live? And they shared that she was a Seventh-day Adventist who followed the rules. No meat, no dairy, no eggs, no processed foods, no sugar, no alcohol, no cigarettes. She grew everything that she ate. She walked 5 miles a day for over 40 years that they knew about. She was extraordinary. The Seventh-day Adventists, one of the longest living groups of people on the face of the planet. And Dr. Glover and I started to have these amazing conversations about the connection between lifestyle and longevity. You see, Dr. Glover was my first lifestyle medicine mentor. When I went off to medical school, I realized that there was a better way than just studying pharmaceutical drugs every day. And I broke away from medical school to do a master's in public health at UCLA, and I focused on health promotion and health education. And when I got done, I had an important decision to make. Do I or do I not go back to medical school? I decided not to go back because I realized I was passionate about promoting health and preventing disease as opposed to treating disease. So I studied lifestyle medicine on my own, went into healthcare administration. There was nothing called lifestyle medicine back then. But in 2016, I went to the Plant-Based Nutrition Healthcare Conference and I discovered there is now a new branch of medicine called lifestyle medicine. I went to my first lifestyle medicine conference in 2017. I was thrilled. I had found my tribe. They announced the opening of a plant-based certification in 2018. I went to my second lifestyle medicine conference and passed my board exam.